Anyway, we've got some big races coming up. The two-wheel drive shell's looking a little bit tired. So, let's get painting. We're doing this thing now. So, I'm going to bring you along with professional painters. I recommend you look away. I think I'm on my 7th shell. If you're thinking about having a go with an airbrush, have a watch. We're going to be painting these today. Let's have it. So first things first, we need to rinse our body shell under some cold water or warm water, some washing up liquid, a detergent, simple green, something like that. Use a brand new sponge and put that sponge to one side and just use that for your body shells in future. It saves the sponge getting dirty. Make sure you clear the dishes first. So first layer, just a nice light coating. I will be drying this in between with a hairdryer and then I'll leave it overnight just to harden properly. Once that first layer is done, a second layer. I tend to put a third layer, sometimes even a fourth layer on. You want that coating nice and thick. So I just want to quickly stress the importance of the preparation. I think if you're going to start doing your own shells, you can't cut any corners. So give it a really good rinse, a really good clean, make sure it's completely clean. You don't need to apply the sponge too hard, but just make sure you get all the areas. Liquid mask, 3-4 coats, whatever you feel comfortable with, just make sure it's got a good coating absolutely everywhere. So next up, mark out your windows. It's quite easy to do. You can sort of hold your finger against the body shell, hold the pen and just run your finger down, kind of get a nice straight line then. You might have to freehand the bottom curve, but yeah, you don't need to worry about these lines being too straight. Obviously when you get the blade in there, you'll be able to cut them perfectly straight anyway, so it's just to give you a gauge on where your design might fit, a good reference point. So as you can see, just using the header card to check the other body shell, just to get a very rough idea on where the lines are. It's the same body shell, so it's nice and easy. Just use the header card to mark out where they are, just to give you a rough idea. The shells don't need to be exactly the same, the end result is normally quite good. It's quite a nice neat little trick, just to try and get some symmetry. You can also use the header card to measure the length of certain lines and areas, just as a point of reference. So speed this up here. See, I'm sure you know how to draw lines. Now to just repeat on the other side. I'm not going to show you this, however, again, just use your header card. Super easy. Now people cut their shells out in many different ways. I prefer to use, especially with my design anyway, I prefer to use just a Stanley blade. Obviously you can use like an X-Acto knife, you can use various different knives and handles, but I find just for the straight cuts, a full Stanley blade, new one every time, perfect for me. In terms of pressure, just a light pressure. On the thicker shells you can push that a little bit harder, just to get those straighter edges, but yeah, just be super careful. So, once you've added your cut lines, I like to cut all of the lines. I don't have to then go back over painted liquid mask. I like to just cut all of the lines and then it's done. Once you've done that, now we need to start the process of removing the areas which we're going to paint first. Now in terms of what we're going to paint first, we're always going to start with the darkest areas first. Obviously if you apply a lighter colour and then you don't back that, if you apply a darker colour, obviously you're going to see that. So always start with the darker colours. So in case of my shells, we're going to be starting with the black. Okay, so let's start painting. We've got our Hobbyknox thinners, and we're going to be applying our black Hobbyknox paint. Ratios. I just use a few drops of thinners. Obviously that paint needs to flow through the airbrush, so depending on what airbrush you have, depending on what your paint you're using, depends on how much thinners that you may need to add. Generally though, just a few drops, just so it's the kind of texture or consistency of milk, so it drops off anything that you're mixing just nice and easy. It'll go through the airbrush okay, but this is something that you might need to just have a little practice with. Once you've done this, always recommend just a sheet of paper or a rag or cloth of some type, just to get the paint coming through the airbrush. Play with the pressure, just make sure that you're quite happy with the consistency before you apply the paint. Okay, so we've done a first coat, nice and light, just to put a bit of a base down. Between coats, we're going to use a hairdryer, which is just out of the frame to dry. I'm actually just going to back this black in the white, as you can see, before removing the next area. It's just a habit I like to get into. You don't always need to back the black, but yeah, it's just a habit I'm in. So once you've completed your area, you need to now move on. So again, weeding tool out. We're going to be applying the fluoro pink now. Perfect. So we've done a coat of the fluoro pink. You don't need to go too harsh with the fluorescent colours, just a nice light coating, and then once you've backed it with white, which you're going to see in a second, you'll get that nice vibrant fluorescent colour. Okay, so I'm adding more and more details to my shells as I learn. So this kind of carbon fibre coloured effect, this is what I'm going to be doing on my shell today, just to match my others. So as you can see, it's really simple to apply. Just going to use this stencil mask. We're going to place the mask where we want the effect, and then pressure decreasing as you go past the mask, which will give that faded out effect. This does take some practice, so you can test it on some paper just to make sure you can get that effect, but it's the same thing with all stencils. Really adds some extra details to the shell, so I recommend having a go with these. If this is not the nicest colour in RC, I don't know what is. So final colour just going on now. We're going to do 2, maybe 3 coats of this one, which is going to be over the effect that we've just done, which is obviously going to make it show. Beautiful. Backing it now with white, just to make that colour pop. So once you've applied that last colour, or the last part of the body to paint, now comes the fun part, taking off the wrapper. As I say guys, this is a really simple design. I like to keep my designs fairly simple just for the ease of it, and if I get a new car, I can do a new shell in a matter of a couple of hours. So yeah, keep it simple as you're learning, just add bits as you go. Need to just remove these window masks now, and then other than cutting out, she's done and dusted. Happy with that. As I say, it's not perfect, but once it's stickered up, she's a beauty. Thanks so much for watching the video. We've got 2 races coming up this weekend, or you might be watching this video in the future. So still have a look on the channel for these races. Can't wait. Go get some.